Hello, my pretties. It's the Lion Queen here. So in episode 100 and 207, 207 we have today we will be doing an episode of Shadows and Praise, episode 100 207, and we're going to be doing Scream 2. Like, I'll be reviewing the second Scream movie. Now, I know the last episode we reviewed the first Scream movie. Now in this one we're going to be reviewing Scream 2 that was directed by Wes Craven. So it's got, actors like Neve Campbell, she's back. We got Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's in this movie, and we got a couple of other actors. So this one basically is the sequel to the first Scream movie that came out in 1996. So let's get started with this Scream movie. So, well, this is the second movie. So, yeah, this one, it's got pretty good actors. Like, I'm really liking it. It's got Sarah Michelle Gellar in this movie because we all know she was Daphne in the live action Scooby-Doo movies, like the first two, if you guys remember that. It's got pretty good acting in that. So, however, somehow they decided to start writing the film for Scream 2, and they pursued the sequel in March of 1997 for the movie. So the filming began for Scream 2 sometime in July of 1997, but after Williamson transferred the script over to the production, was leaked into the internet in full, revealing the identity of the killers and large amounts involved in the plot. The result in the production continuing the film, only with a partial script that Williamson had constructive extended rewrites. So, yeah. I mean, it's got good casting, and Scream 2 somehow took place over a 9-week period during in mid-June 1997 and all that. It was filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, and Los Angeles were used as a represent state of Ohio, where the fictional Windsor College is simulated in Scream 2. And yeah, it is a pretty amazing film from what I did see. And although there is a VHS and DVD release of this movie, so yeah, it's got pretty good songs. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's pretty good songs in this movie. Like, I know there's a lot of great songs and soundtrack. It's pretty amazing. So I guess we should go ahead and I'll review the plot for Scream 2 for those who haven't seen the movie in a long time. But also it's good for those who have not seen the movie yet. So anyways, I think we should get started on this movie. So this movie takes place in Windsor College. Seniors Maureen Evans and Phil Stevens attend a sneak peek of the film Stab, a film pretty much on events of the first Woodsboro massacre, where Phil gets killed by the masked figure and known as Ghostface, the same character from the Scream series. Ghostface sits beside Maureen and fatally stabs her, with the audience mistakes her for a publicity stunt until Maureen falls off dead. So the news media, including the local journalist Debbie Salt, descended on Windsor College, where Sidney Prescott, the main character from the first movie, studies alongside of her best friend, Haley McDaniel, after her new boyfriend, Derek Feldman, fellow Woodsboro survivor, Randy Meeks, and Derek's best friend, Mickey Attery, who the two after Woodsboro survivors arrive. Police officer Dewey Riley offers Sidney protection and reporter Gail Weathers to cover the case. So Gail and her new cameraman, Joel Jones, unsuccessfully tried to stage a confrontation between Sidney and Colton Wary that is attempting to gain fame from the extermination for the murder of Sidney's mother, Maureen Prescott. So later that evening, Sidney and Haley attended a party at a stationery house, or sorcery house, whatever you guys prefer to call it, at a nearby sorority house. Ghostface then murders a student named Kiki Cooper after partygoers leave. Ghostface then enters the house and attacks Sydney, but of course Ghostface injures Derek, but he flees after when the police arrive. So, after realizing that Kiki's real name is Casey, Gale theorizes that the new Ghostface targets students having the same names as the Woodsboro murder victims. Randy theorizes that the killer is most likely someone Sydney knows and is basing the killings on a movie sequel. Ghostface then later murders Randy in Joel's media van. However, Joel is scared when he'll be the next target next. So he skips towns, and Dewey and Gale review the tape of Ghostface killing Randy. But however, the killer attacks them, stabbing Dewey and the other officers that drive Sydney and Haley to a local police station. But when Ghostface murders them in the ensuing struggle, Ghostface is knocked unconscious, but recovers and kills Haley eventually. So, back at the campus, Sydney finds Derek in the auditorium, tied across consequences from earlier fraternizing hazing ritual. Ghostface arrives and, revealing himself to be Mickey, and shoots and murders Derek. So Mickey attempts to kill Sydney and allow himself to be arrested, so we could blame the violence in the movies that his murders are on the trail. Debbie Salt is then revealed to be his accomplice, whom Sydney recognizes as Miss Loomis, who betrays Mickey and shoots and injures him. Before Mickey collapses, he effectively shoots and injures Gale. Miss Loomis and of course, her considering that Miss Loomis had abandoned her own son in the past, that caused him to turn into a serial killer. Sydney and Miss Loomis fight until Colton intervenes, where Miss Loomis attempts to amputate Colton into murdering Sydney, but chooses to shoot Miss Loomis in exchange for an interview with Sydney and Dan Sawyer. So Mickey suddenly resurfaces, but he's then promptly and viciously gunned down and killed by Gale and Sydney. Sydney then shoots Miss Loomis in the head to ensure that she is dead. When the police arrive, Dewey is then revealed to be alive, and Gale climbs into the ambulance with him, and rather taking the opportunity to report and return to Joel, indicating that she still cares for Dewey, and the momentarily she always saw it, Sydney instructs the press to questions of Colton, rewarding him with the fame and that he has been chastened while removing the attention from herself, and that's the movie ends. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I got really bad hiccup. I just got randomly hiccups out of nowhere. So, yeah. If you saw me hiccup a few times, I do apologize for that. I just had to take a big gulp of water, but, So, I honestly really do thought this was a pretty good sequel to the first Scream movie. I honestly loved the first movie, but I also have to say I really thought this second one was actually a pretty good movie. Like, it's got good cast, it's got good, characters. I mean, it has a really amazing plot line. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's got a really amazing plot line. So, yeah, I mean, due to the hiccups I'm having, I think I'm gonna have to take some more water or try to get rid of these hiccups after, because, it's really not really taking too much of effect of this recording, but you get what I mean. So, I honestly really do thought this one was a pretty good sequel to the first Scream. I've always liked the first Scream movie, but when I saw the second one, I honestly, I remember having this on VHS, and I believe I still do have this movie on VHS. I'm not too sure. It's probably in storage right now, but if I could find it, I might be able to, maybe pretty much just, maybe watch that one as well. But anyways, I really like that it's got Sarah Michelle Gellar in this movie, because she was, Daphne Blake in the, live-action Scooby-Doo movies, which I honestly thought that was pretty nice for what it is. So, I mean, the writing was pretty good, and the plot of the movie was pretty good too. It does have a really good inspiration and all. And I do really appreciate how well this movie, has a good sequel. I mean, most horror sequels are not really that good, but there are some exceptions, though. Like, there are some exceptions with it. Like, I mean, there's a couple exceptions that, are fine and all, but that's just how I think personally. So, anyways, I do recommend watching this sequel. I mean, I really like this film because Wes Craven, directed this movie, and he also directed the first Scream movie, which I honestly really do know for a fact that it was pretty amazing. Like, I first watched this movie back in high school, and I honestly loved it. It was a really great, really well made movie, and I honestly really do know for a fact that the movie was pretty interesting of its own self. Like, if I could find it on VHS, I might maybe make a video to show it to you guys, but I don't know if I still have the VHS tape or not. It's probably in storage right now as we speak, but if I do manage to find it again, I'll definitely maybe make a video on me showing it off. But if not, I can always get it on DVD or something. So, anyways, I recommend the sequel. I mean, it's a pretty good sequel. I mean, the directing and the writing for it began around sometime sometime after the first Scream movie was. So I definitely gotta say, it's really amazing, really well made. It has a really awesome concept. It's perfect. It's amazing. So I recommend you check out this movie if you haven't. It's a really good sequel to a horror movie and all that. So, anyways, this is just my opinion on Scream 2. If you don't like Scream 2, that's perfectly fine. I respect your opinion. Now, I will be reviewing Scream Freeze sometime, but I'm not sure exactly when that will be. But in the next episode, hopefully, I can review the third Scream movie, and I probably might do the fourth one, but I'm not really too sure on that one yet. But anyways, with that being said, and with that being the case, what do you guys think of this, sequel to the first Scream movie? Did you like it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make the movie better, feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I do like the actors. I like the acting. There was some pretty good kills and some good blood and all that. It's amazing. It's just as good as the first Scream movie. So if you want to see the second Scream movie, I recommend you go see it. So, yeah. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And I do want to apologize for the hiccups that I'm having. I think I'm going to get rid of these hiccups before I record something else, so they're not becoming, an issue. And I do apologize for the hiccups that I have. I mean, they just came randomly without any warning or anything. So, anyways, with that being said, yeah, I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload. And as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out. And like always, until next time, I'll see you all later.